So, what are you in for? For what? Well, okay, I'll tell you. 8 months ago, I was happily married to a loving, gentle, and attentive man. We got married right out of high school and had children a few years later. I had a classic American family with 2 children, a boy and a girl. I also had time to build my career and even got a few promotions, which involved a lot of responsibility. I had a friend at work named Cheryl. She had been married twice and screwed up both times. But she had a lot of experience with men. She used to fill my head with her stories of the wild nights she'd spent with different guys, and she'd always say, "Go for it while you still can. We're not getting any younger. It's such a bliss." She said it would diversify my love life, make me feel wanted, and make my marriage stronger. She was very obsessive. But, after her talk, I started to wonder. The thing is, I was a virgin when I married Bill, and I had all these work responsibilities, plus the house and the kids, and after 15 years of marriage the bedroom became a chore. I don't mean I wasn't happy, I just wanted some excitement and new experiences. I felt old, like the best things in my life were behind me. I couldn't bring myself to cheat on my husband in secret, so I honestly told him everything and told him what I intended to do. The fact that he was not happy is an understatement. He said a categorical no and threatened me with divorce. To which I told him that I loved him, but that no matter what, I was going to do it anyway. It's only going to be one night, I assured him, and then I'll be your old loving wife and it will never happen again. If you love me, you must let me. He was indignant and screaming, and then he just ran out of the house. What a fool I was. It was a Wednesday, and I left work early on Friday. His name was Frank. He had been flirting with me for weeks, and Cheryl assured me he was great in bed. Apparently, she had already tried it with him. We met for dinner and dancing. I thought he was so charming, though in retrospect I realized it was all a sham. It was all contrived. After dancing for about an hour or so, we went to his room. All I can say is, Cheryl greatly exaggerated his abilities. I have someone at home much better than him, at least I wanted to hope I still do. Frank's plan was for us to go out for breakfast in the morning and then go back to the room, but I'd had enough. The whole thing had been a colossal mistake, and all I wanted to do was go back to my family and get my husband to forgive me. I couldn't think about anything else. But it didn't happen. We talked, I begged him, but he was adamant. The thing is, when I betrayed him, I didn't just disappoint him, I robbed him of his manhood. I made him feel unloved and inferior. If he had forgiven me, he would have lost whatever self-respect he still had. I had broken him and ruined the best thing that had ever happened to me, all because my life seemed boring and monotonous, and I had stopped appreciating what I had. And all because of some stupid thing. Even though he tried, it was clear that there was nothing to be gained back. The divorce was quick. We shared custody of the children, but we no longer lived together. Cheryl tried to convince me that it was Bill's fault, and if he really loved me, he would turn a blind eye. I told her to go to hell. That's when I started planning and working on what got me here. I started going to the gym every day on my lunch break and whenever the kids were at Bill's. In addition to doing Pilates and on the exercise bike, I started spending a lot of time on the weight machines. After increasing my strength and endurance, I started going to workouts where they taught me how to throw punches and kicks. I became very athletic. Today is exactly 2 months since my final divorce. This morning I walked up to Cheryl and without saying a word, I punched her right in her lying face several times. I broke her nose, knocked out some teeth, and I think I broke her jaw. Our colleagues called an ambulance, and my boss called the police. I looked at my cellmates, 3 prostitutes and me, a psychotic bitch. That's how I ended up here. I looked at myself in the small mirror at the other end of the cell, bolted to the wall above the sink. So? Does your life still seem boring to you?